shot in silence, only the wonder of uncharted miles. In the beginning, there were smiles. In the beginning, there were smiles.
Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? Well, despite the pain, I got up and walked around and felt, yeah, I could do a live stream. Um, so I figured, hey, I'll draw the mugshots of the stories that I shared with Pat on his stream of some, oh boy, some wholesome stories of criminals and whatnot. So ladies first. uh, this broad who this is her second offense of dildo battery. Yes, you see, apparently, her and her boyfriend fight over this glass dildo. Yeah, that he says is his. Oh yes, he openly admits this. But he caught her having it in her backpack. Oh, what's that about, huh? So, they got in a fight, and so now she's back in the old slammer. Uh, She didn't actually beat him with the dildo. I'm guessing she must have in the original story. Oh wait, I guess I'll do just draw the face. I guess I was gonna draw the whole. Well, anyway, she threw it at him and it missed, and so then she grabbed her bag and left. So I'm not sure if she got the dildo back and shoved it into her bag and left, and then the police found her. Yeah, but it's just, hey, she she had my dildo and we got in an argument. Your dildo. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. So, yeah, you see, that's what's hilarious about it all. So, hey, you think it's over for him? Nah, he'll take her back. Because, well, they got something in common. It's just a matter of the custody. So, I don't know. I guess yeah, we kept the cell for you. Chelsea. Chelsea, I believe her name was. Oh, Chelsea. Well, he loved that glass dildo more than me. But maybe you loved it even more. Yeah. And then, I don't know what Pat suggested the dildo was cursed. The tale of the cursed dildo. Your relationship will not survive once the cursed dildo enters your life. Each one longing to possess it. My precious. Something like that. And look what it did to him. Oh, yeah. And then the boy, uh, the final element, the fight woke up their child. Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. So, anyway, I don't know if she's still in the Hooskow. Man, maybe she's probably out by now. But if there's one thing we won't tolerate, is dildo battery. Yeah. got her prison fatigues on. Apparently, they're striped, but they're green stripes. So, oh well, it doesn't really matter. We don't need to get all the details, do we? I mean, the drawer actually beating him with the dildo, but hmm, there's got to be a better hobby. And it's not too bad, if I do say so myself, and I just did. So it's official. All right, there you go, Chelsea. Dildo Chelsea. Always beating up her boyfriends and getting in fights over the dildo, especially when it's theirs. We love her. We love her. Oh, dildo Chelsea. Dildo Chelsea. That sounds like a song. Dildo Chelsea. Ooh. Throwing it at the kitchen wall, waking up the kid. Ooh. Yeah. The Ballad of Dildo Chelsea. But it's like, oh, you're back here again. What happened? Same thing. He fought with you over it again? Yeah. Girl, yeah, but I love him. Yeah. It's what love can do to you. You end up getting in petty arguments. The bills, the rent's late. And you went and screwed up another job and got fired, whatever. Stuff like that. I saw you texting your ex. And then, of course, the inevitable battle over the dildo. Why can't we just remember the love? Well, that's the curse of the glass dildo. Obsessing over a glass dildo. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, yeah. Oh, huh. I just looked back up at the mugshot. I'm being a little too kind here. Yeah, it's like, well, maybe she's single. Um, I don't know if I'm up to jumping into Photoshop, but the color would really bring out uh, her. All right, I guess that'll do. As I said, ladies first. Um, so that was our first suspect, the dildo bandit. Stay tuned for part 3, I imagine. Get another fight over it. It did end with the line. It wasn't clear if it was the same dildo in both. Then it really would be a cursed dildo. Yeah. There we go. Nothing comes between me and my dildo. It's not your dildo. It's mine. Hmm. What if they battle for custody and go to court over that? Dun, 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 dun. All right. There you go, Chelsea. Good luck with the dildo problems. Let's see. Up next, we've got a murderer. Yes, a young man with potential promising future. Uh, well, first he murdered his father, in Oklahoma, and he says it was self-defense. He was coming at me with a knife, and so I shot him. And Oklahoma thought, "Oh, all right." So they didn't prosecute him. I didn't get all the details, so I'm assuming the parents were divorced or didn't get married, whatever. They weren't together, it appears. So he moves to Florida with his mother. Um, well, um, murders her too, this time with a knife. And of course, his story, like the first story, was self defense. Dad was going to kill me. I had no choice. And, "Oh, all right." And this story was, hey, mom fell on a knife. You know, after the neighbors saw him pulling her by her hair back into their trailer house. Yeah. So, well, they didn't fall for that one. You think, well, I guess you got to get up pretty early in the morning to fool the Florida authorities. Well, hold on a minute. Uh, because the mother kept making complaints about his mental health and stuff. Uh, had him committed to an institution. But they decided, I forget how long, he was in there a while. They decided to release him, saying, he's doing good. Upon release, he said, I'm going to off myself or my mother. So they thought, oh, whoa, hey, that's quite the red flag, isn't it? Well, yes. So they put him back in for a couple of more days and let him go. Uh, by the way, the first time he was put in was because he got into a fight with his mother and attacked her because she said, no more video games for you. Now, of course, due to his mental disorders, you got to understand, video games was like his safe space, his therapy. And so, for her to do that, oh my God, it was practically self defense in that case, too. Um, Pat found a more in depth accounting of this story. And after his father's dead, the mother is just so proud of him. Says, "Oh my God, he's gonna get into college early because he's so smart." And so she bought him a new car, had a bow on it and everything. Yeah, you just can't really buy love. And so spoiling your child, especially when he's a homicidal nut, is not going to work. No, no. I don't know. I don't really see what prison uniform he was in, but I'm assuming it'll be the same as Chelsea's. But Chelsea, all she wanted was a dildo. This guy, jeez, what the hell? So, they're going to try to charge him as an adult. He's 17 at the moment. So, yeah, go for that. And then, after all was said and done, they're, oh boy, he's charged with murder and all that. Yeah, they didn't buy the stories that she fell on the knife. They did have an autopsy, and the medical examiner said, "Nah, that's not what happened." He said, "Oh." So, and they didn't go for that one. But considering his previous luck, he had to have thought, "Yeah, they'll believe anything." Because at least the self-defense angle, well, hey, he attacked me. Like, yeah, I guess. Well, the knife is lying next to him, so he must have had a knife to attack his son with. Yeah. I don't know if they ever got into, was he allowed to play the video games anytime he wanted or anything like that. And it set him off into his murderous rage. Yeah. And look, Oklahoma, as far as I know, they didn't get the clue of him saying, I'm going to kill dad, that kind of thing, like he did here in Florida. So, who knows? But after this, they decided to call Florida and say, hey, you know what? We're going to reopen the investigation. Yeah, you think? So, once they're done with his court case in Florida, he'll probably have to stand trial for dear old dad's murder and that sort of thing. He's like, all I wanted to do was play video games. Of course, he's like, look, I only had two parents, and they're the ones I wanted to kill. So I'm perfectly fine. But then again, there was a grandmother, so I think that would be part three. That would for the trilogy, uh, provided they let him out. So wouldn't recommend it. But boy, they seemed reluctant to do anything with the guy. They said, oh yeah, he went through with it. Well, now we got to deal with him. So anyway, better late than never, huh? Well, I think it is pretty late, but we'll get to it. All right, geez. But I mean, I don't think anyone can legitimately say, you know what? I was so shocked to hear this story. Like, no, yeah. Oh, it's sad, what a promising lad. What a promising potential. All gone now over the video games. Why, not even a brand new car with a beautiful little red ribbon bow on it was enough to prevent the murderous rage of, what was his name? Oh, Colin, I think. Yeah. Killer Colin. Yeah. That's it for that one. Sometimes these things happen. You bring home your bundle of joy. Little do you know, you were staring at the face of the Grim Reaper the whole time. Yeah, not that one. How about that? Catch me outside. You. More details here. Yes. Yes, I think that'll work. Yes. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself, really. I mean, I beat the rap once. How many can say that? Huh? And don't count me out yet. I got some ideas. I'm pretty smart. I was going to start college early. Funny thing is, though, he can still pursue a degree while in prison. On the state of Florida's dime. How about that? How about that? So, I don't know. We'll give him something to do. Because, well, the hard thing for him is no video games. Boy, how long before that's a demand? We cannot let the suffering continue with the incarcerated being denied the basic human needs of video games. And then there you go. There's Colin. Finally I can get back my precious video games. All right, there's Colin, the parent killer. Great going. But boy, a lot of mess ups on multiple fronts. I mean, it's like, geez, what was she thinking? Well, it's her baby and all that. But still, well, you really did not like your ex, did you? uh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it was all just a misunderstanding, and she really thought, yeah, he could get really hot headed. He must have tried to kill you. Right, Mom. But then, you had to have him committed and stuff like that. Hmm. Okay. So our final contestant, I think Sue Kong Sit. They said he was a robotics coach. You have to coach robots. I don't I don't know. I'm not familiar with this, but I've been out of the school system for quite a few decades. So, oh boy, there's a new sport, robots, and he's the coach. But unfortunately, this gave him access to children. And well, his little extracurricular activity was to put cameras in the restroom of the kids. And so one day the janitor's going and, that's their job, make sure the toilets are working and cleaned up and all that. And then he's like, "Hey, what's this?" And it was a camera. Yeah. Then the next toilet, another camera, and on and on and on. And somehow we're able to try. They didn't really get specific in the details of how they were able to track this guy. Is like somehow they just, oh God, not again. I don't know. Or joked with Pat that the guy had left the property of, Seekong Sit. They just kept calling him Sit, Mr. Sit. So yeah. And then, well, one thing leads to another. They realize he's the one who did the cameras. So they go to his house, and oh, wouldn't you know it? There's hard drives with other images and videos, and yeah, you guessed it. That's what was on it. And well, it gets worse from there. And I think he's, what did they say? 17 years he's got to do. Can't remember. Uh, because apparently, quite a few of the victims were under the age of 13. So, yeah, uh, Mr. Sit is quite the monster, it appears. So, then there's the whole thing of, he's a school teacher teaching them robotics. That's the thing. I don't know what the robotics sport is, since he's a coach for it. Um, is this like an update on the Rock'em Sock'em thing? Remember that? Uh, I suppose you could have a whole uh, tournament of Rock'em Sock'em robots. You get in there, knock him out. Um, but I would suggest that they either just get rid of those robots in exchange for new ones, or definitely, you know, clean them in depth with bleach and other and disinfectant and stuff like that. Just to be safe. And also, what is the vetting process of educators these days? Um, I want to look into that. Yeah, yeah. I didn't get this right at all. Well, the last one's going to be a pain, huh? And the others, they came out all right. But not Mr. Sit. Not sitting well, are you? Maybe it's like this. Yeah. Always a trick or two. Oh, no. So, walking around helps, but man, I tell you, I started laughing and it just upsets everything. I'm doing it again. And love to laugh. I sure do love laughter. Even in horrible, disgusting things like these stories, because they're so horrible. I mean, what else you got to do? You know? I mean, obviously, the obvious thing you do is, lock him and throw away the key. But I just had a collection of unique art. Yeah, I mean, you can pay money for the duct tape banana on the wall, but not this. No, not this. Mr. Sit. Mr. Sit, uh, we found your cameras in the toilet in the kids' restroom at the school. Oh, I, I wondered where they got to. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Of course, you got to wonder what the story would be since old Colin there would just tell them anything. And they're like, well, that's possible. No, she didn't fall on the knife. Well, no. All right. And the neighbor, hey, we saw him dragging her into the house by her hair. Oh, all right. Well, let's let the coroner decide. Really? So, medical examiner. It was murder. So there you go. That's the official word. All right, Colin. Oh, you're not going to fall for that this time, huh? No. Damn. Well, it was worth a shot. But he won't miss that brand new car as much as he'll miss, uh, his video games. I don't know. Do they have video games where you murder your parents in it? You get your choice of weapons. That probably was another clue, but went right over everyone's head. Yeah, listen, I'm just all I can think about is murdering my mother. Yeah, okay, well, just don't do that. Okay, you can go home. Live with my mother? Yeah. All right. Can't remember if this is the one that they're going to have supervised release after. I mean, which would mean he's not really going to do the full 17 years. Although he should. Mr. Sit. You're a sick one. Doo doo doo, Mr. Sit. Doo 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 doo. That one. There we go. I got to do my Wednesday comics video too, so I'll just do it with the same little setup I got here. Uh, 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 Yay! Dun dun! Mr. Said. Somehow he convinced them they needed a coach for robots. Turns out that was all BS too, and this whole dumb school fell for it. All he really wanted to do was to get to those bathrooms so he could put the cameras in there. It would have worked too, not for that meddling janitor. Doon, doon, doon. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doon, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. Oop. Well, anyway, don't hire Mr. Set. Oops. Ink was still a little wet. Got smeared. Not like I'm going to be selling these. Act now, while supplies last, of your copy of Portrait of Mr. Set. Oh boy, I did some really ink there. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's see. So that's probably turned out the best. Old parent killing Colin. And then, of course, Chelsea. Yeah. Look, she wasn't looking at her best. She had just gotten in another fight with her boyfriend over his dildo. And no, her eyes really were that far apart. Here's the birthday portrait I did of Tass. Sent her that. I did it color and everything. Here's a drawing I did for a story about the Red Sonja movie they're going to do. And she'll be wearing an outfit akin to that. And then did this for an animation I did of Anthony for his show. But Ryan is not doing the background work at the moment, so it didn't make the cut. I forgot all about that. So I don't know. Maybe they'll put it in next week or something. Whatever. But he was having a cosmic moment floating over his chair and then goes into space and stuff. Isn't that nice? I would think so. All right. Now let me go back and find out my mic's muted the whole time. There it is. Oh, jeez. My God. Oh. So, 25 minutes ago, Nodak said, hit the like button. Thanks, Nodak. Susan Dolan says, hail Douglas Nelson and Nodak. Nodak says, hi, Susan. Nodak says they messed up the paperwork and sent him to an institute of higher learning. Susan Dolan says, like button hit. James Caserta, you're amazingly talented. Where did you get the werewolf detective idea? I'm always blanking. There was someone in the chat on Pat Dixon's show, and I forget exactly the circumstances of why that happened. And then we just ran with it, and eventually, I keep saying this, it's almost Halloween time. If I'd had something written up, I think I'll get me and Pat, and if anybody else we can get to do voices for a quick audio play of Werewolf Detective, and then from there I'll probably eventually do a comic book version of it. But that's the best I can do. I can't quite. Maybe Pat would remember to ask him. He might remember who in the chat came up with the concept of a werewolf detective. Susan saying hail to James Caserta, returning. The greetings. Nodak, if both were in self-defense, shouldn't he still be put away from everyone? He apparently is so unlikable that even his parents tried to attack him. We'd all be in danger of him killing us after we, Nodak continues, meet him and eventually attack him. Well, that's the idea. He's proven that he's capable of murder. So Yeah, we don't need to see him no more. Big Dave K. Well, all right. Susan says howdy to Big K. Big K says hi, Susan. Hey, Susan, says Nodak. Have how many times have to have been called lazy? I'm guessing a lot more by older people trying to be funny. I don't know if that was directed to Susan. I don't know. Nodak, I think it's a class where they build robots and then go to tournaments where they fight like the TV show BattleBots. Yeah, probably. Nodak continues. Student robotics teams are groups of similarly aged students who work together to design, build, code, and drive competition robots. Teams can be part of an after school club, classrooms, curriculum, or community organization, or can be made up of a group of like minded neighbors or friends. All right, there's your introduction to robotic sports. Susan says at Nodak, once by my sister because I'm always tired. Overactive bladder wakes me up every 2 hours, but I'm still supposed to be up at the crack of dawn to do stuff around the trailer. Wow. Nodak responds, I was just making a lazy Susan joke. Oh, that's right, the lazy, yeah. Uh, yeah, depending on how old you are, you might not even know what that is. It's a cabinet. Yeah. Strange. Someone named Susan inspired the lazy Susan cabinet. I don't know. Um, okay, Susan Dola, I kind of thought so, but I didn't listen to my sister anyway. I'm 67 and I think she's in her 80s. Well, there you go. LOL, gotcha. LOL. Yeah. Susan, my mom had a lazy Susan, so yeah, I know what they are. Oh, damn it. I just noticed my typo on my lazy Susan joke. Well, these things happen, don't they? Yes, they do. Uh, let's see if this thing works. I don't know if it did. I can't hear it. Only you can. All right. I guess I'll attempt to color these in Photoshop. So let's see. What did I put in the hopper for? Some Nelson news. OnlyFans teacher loses job. All right, we'll take a break and watch that. Warning: these stories are not for people who are sensitive to this or some crap. I don't know. Look, I'm distracted by the pain. You understand? So I'm going to take a little break. Hopefully, have this set up by then, and we'll Photoshop these mugshots.
This is a Nelson News Bulletin.
Teacher who resigned after OnlyFans page was discovered is fired days after starting new job. Hello, I'm Mr. Nelson, a Missouri-based OnlyFans model who resigned from her high school teaching job when her adult video platform was exposed, has been fired again just days after starting a new job. Brianna Coppage, 28, barely made it a full work week as a community support specialist at Compass Health before her new bosses discovered her OnlyFans account. Wonder how they did that. Claiming she violated social media policy.
I lasted 5 days before they put me on leave and subsequently fired me just this month,
She said. Coppage claims she was open. I'll bet. And truthful about all her past job experiences, even the handy ones, and reasons for leaving, but that they only did the digital background checks after they offered the job.
They admitted that they didn't call my references or Google me before they hired me.
Coppage added.
They claim that I violated their social media policy, but will not respond to me with how I violated it.
In September 2023, Coppage, an English teacher, was placed on administrative leave when the St. Clair School District discovered the pornographic site she ran with her husband. Coppage ultimately resigned from her position, where she had worked for 2 years, teaching freshmen and sophomores at St. Clair High School.
I don't want to fight the school district. I'm just ready for peace.
A lot of people were ready for a piece of you.
I don't want the school to continue getting hate. I would like the education of students to be able to return to normal. They deserve to have a great year.
Coppage made light of the recent firing, taking to Instagram to jokingly ask for a new job recommendation while sitting on a couch in only her underwear.
So I'm sure by now you've heard or you've seen I've been fired from my most recent job. If anyone knows of anywhere hiring, can you just put it in the comments for me? That would be great.
The former educator said she started the OnlyFans account as a side job, offering a side piece, because she earned around $42,000 per year as a teacher. Coppage claimed she has made over $1 million off of her erotic work since her resignation. Do you need the job? According to her bio on X, she also claimed to be in the top 0.1% of models on OnlyFans. And, being a former teacher helps, that old fantasy. Coppage said she struggled mentally because she was not in a normal routine after her resignation. You spend a lot of time on all fours now.
Not having to get up and go to a 9 to 5 has been tough on my mental health.
Following the revelation of Coppage's not-so-private life, another English teacher in the school was caught and placed on leave due to her own account on the internet subscription service site. Megan Ganther's OnlyFans was shared with the school district after a student slid a note under her door claiming they knew her secret. The English teacher and cheer coach says she began sharing her work to help pay off more than $125,000 in student loans after only being paid $47,500 a year. Well, it's a shame to see the entrepreneurial spirit so badly tarnished. But, of course, in the classroom setting, the obvious distraction of seeing your hot young teacher in pornographic videos and photos. I mean, how are you going to concentrate, Remember the hot young teachers you might have on occasion when you were in school? Man, that would have been something, huh? Yeah. Oh, but anyway, it's all very naughty and nasty, and these ladies need a spanking pronto.
This has been a Nelson News Bulletin. This is a Nelson News Bulletin. Penn State professor who begged cops to kill him when he was busted in bestiality charges is hit with new charges of lewd acts in a park. Hello, I'm Mr. Nelson. An award-winning Penn State professor arrested in a sickening bestiality case faces even more charges after videos emerged of him allegedly engaged in lewd acts in a park, including inserting a tree branch and lollipop in his butt. Timus Matukas, 64, was already facing charges of open lewdness, indecent exposure, sexual intercourse with an animal, and animal cruelty after police said he'd been seen on video involved in sexual acts with a pet collie. The chemical engineering professor begged troopers to kill him while saying the sex acts helped him blow off steam. Matukas has now been hit with an additional batch of similar charges for other alleged acts from 55 videos found on his electronic devices seized on a search warrant. They included videos of the professor naked apart from a ski mask. He was captured on video masturbating on a picnic table, in a lake, at the park, and on Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources vehicles. Matukas was also seen climbing a tree while naked and inserting a tree branch, a Tootsie Pop, and the control handle of a DCNR John Deere crawler in his anus. The accused pervert also allegedly defecated in public areas of Rothrock State Forest and in a maintenance area next to DCNR equipment, as well as smeared bodily fluids on a glass table at a lease camp. The gross footage was reportedly captured at Allen Seeger State Park. 4 lease camps and 2 private properties surrounded by state forest land. Matukas was charged with 2 felony counts, each of burglary and criminal trespass, 6 misdemeanor counts of indecent exposure, 2 misdemeanor counts of open lewdness, 2 misdemeanor counts of disorderly conduct, and 6 summary counts of disorderly conduct for obscene gestures. Huntington County District Judge Douglas Gumo released him on $50,000 unsecured bail. His defense attorney said in a message that it would be inappropriate for me to comment at this time outside of court. I mean, what's he going to say? Huntington County District Attorney Dave Smith suggested that no additional charges are expected to be filed since no other videos have been found. He says, to my knowledge, we're satisfied that the investigation is complete with regard to the filing of additional charges. Matukas, who earned his Ph.D. from Michigan and was with Penn State since 1991, was relieved of his responsibilities as a professor and put on leave after his arrest last year. So far, his status remains unchanged. The disgraced academic has written multiple books, published dozens of journal articles, and won at least 3 teaching awards, including the Premier Teaching Award from the Penn State Engineering Alumni Society in 2017. In June 2023, Matukas was allegedly caught naked from the waist down, except for socks and shoes, committing perverted acts with his dog, which he enticed to lick his anus near bathrooms at Rothrock State Forest. He allegedly tried to record himself performing the lewd acts with an electronic tablet and was identified through a North Face backpack he had been carrying. When investigators told him they thought he knew why they were searching his home, Matukas reportedly replied, "I'm done. I'm dead," and begged rangers to shoot him. "I'm done, I'm dead, you don't understand. I do it to blow off steam," he was quoted as telling them in despair. "What do I have to do to get you to shoot me? I need to die." A tragic scene, to be sure, but one can't help but wonder if the investigators immediately burst out in laughter. This has been a Nelson News Bulletin.
All right, here we are in the old Photoshop. Of course, once again, ladies first. Let's see. Didn't do so great on Mr. Sit as far as the photograph goes, but it'll have to do. Yes, yes. All right. First, we take all the color out that's in there. Oh, I just did that, damn it. And then, gotta bring it forward. Oh, that's where the demon comes out. You can see it. That's how you can tell. You are possessed. Of course, then kind of give him an excuse, wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess. Well, rule number 1: stop playing with Ouija boards. That's what every horror movie teaches you. Yet no one listens. Well, I did. I don't mess with that stuff. Oh, oh no. Ouija board. Oh. Why'd you have to bring that in here? Oh. There we go. Yeah, of course. Would you? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Of course, the Irony of it is she goes digging through the room.
Where's the dildo?
The what? Alright. We have to get the uniform just perfect. You know? There. Since the rest of it's white for the most part. I guess there would be another stripe or whatever, but I don't care. Okay. I wonder if I'm able to eliminate the. Nah, screw it. I'm not using this for anything else anyway. Thinking out loud. Doodle doo doo. Thinking out loud. A doodle doo doo. All my troubles you can lead up to. Thinking out loud. Ah, see? See that? Yeah. Where is it? I don't know. There it is. See? Just that simple. You little bastard. A gap in the line is only there to mock me. You mock me. That was your first mistake. The other one was being born. All right. Put your green on her shoulder. Do, 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 do. Do. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll go with that. I don't know. Well, you could go back to the picture and look. Yeah, I could. Oops. Well, Chelsea, did you think it would end up like this? I don't think about stuff like that. Well, it's just as well. Yeah, I only have like so much time, so it's looking like I'm not going to be able to do much of a Nelson show for the weekend. Might have to. Well, shit, we kind of already did. These three stories, I wonder if Pat would be all right if I just took the audio from that. Of course, I could do Nelson news segments of it, and but I mean, the main thing is I'm just not really all in the mood and inclination to do the next episode of Night Night, which I got this whole story that reveals an adventure from his past that he didn't initially remember because of a magic spell that made him forget. And pretty much coming to the end of that one, but I haven't recorded it yet. So, I don't know. Usually when I'm like unable to do a show, I'll do like the best of or something. Thing like that. Uh-huh. Hey, I don't have to do a whole lot of flesh tone here because probably the picture was just really washed out, but it'll work to my advantage. Yes, it's true. It will indeed. And I meant to rewatch The Exorcist so that I could then, because I've never seen Exorcist 3. Yeah, I know there's all these other new Exorcist movies they're doing, but they all sound really god awful. I mean, Exorcist is a one and done story, you know that, right? That was in those days. Um, there was a couple of movies like that where it would based on a true story, and it turns out there's a story about this family, and in the original story, it was a young boy, uh, and they weren't Catholic. They didn't know a whole lot about demonic possession or whatnot. I think I can't remember what they were, Presbyterians or something like that. And of course, the demons talking to them through their kid and saying all kind of unholy things, and so they didn't know what to do. The medical doctors didn't quite understand what this was, and so they talked to their pastor, and he said, "Look, you might want to talk to a Catholic priest. They kind of know this stuff." So that's how that happened. And so they did, and they said, "Oh well, we got to contact the Vatican and see if they believe this is a true possession, and then send out the word for their professional exorcist." So, this Max von Sydow guy came in and ultimately helped them out. And so they converted to Catholicism after all that sort of stuff. But some of the details that are depicted in the movie supposedly happened. I don't know about the entirety of it, but that was the inspiration for the story. The actual story goes that the kid had a very close relationship with his aunt, and she's the one that was kind of into weird stuff and introduced him to the Ouija board for fun. And then she died, and then so the story was that the kid was kind of messed up over her death. But then, well, what exactly was the nature of the relationship? So anyway, they just kind of brush over that. Um, So, it could be some elements of that more than likely. But meanwhile, they say, hey, this is great stuff for a horror novel and then movie and all that. And then there you go. And they said, hey, for the purposes of the movie, let's just make it a little girl instead of a kid. And so otherwise, Linda Blair would have never had her most important role. So there you go. Exorcist. I think the other one that was big on based on a true story was the Amityville Horror, and yeah, that one's absolutely total bullshit. I mean, the murder was true, of course, but I think they realized that the Lutz had done research on paranormal stuff, and that was the whole point. He even wanted the house in the first place, um, because they were going to set this up and get a book deal out of it, which they did. And then there was a movie and everything. They ended up getting divorced and everything, but they all had to hold on to that. But since then, other people have been in the house, and yeah, ain't nothing there. And then, of course, because of the interest in the movie, they got people who show up in their yard all the time. Y'all get out of here! Ain't no. Of course, it turns out that's the ghost thing, because that's what he would tell them. Get out. You know. So anyway, I think the main thing was just the weird look of the house with those windows looking like angry eyes staring at you. That was the main thing there. I don't think they have those anymore. I think the basic building is still there, but whatever. Whew, that looks like crap. But there you go, Chelsea. That's what you get. You get arrested and sentenced You want to get a bad portrait. All right, now off to the parent killer. If ever there was a spoiled brat. See there, you know the demon's in him. There you go.
Looks can be deceiving.
Well, no shit.
Never judge a spoiled brat by his cover or something.
All right. Oh wait, he's wearing glasses. I don't have to do jack about that. That's my rule. Okay, well, yeah, all right. We'll do his dumb shirt. Doop doop doo doop 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 doop. Oh yeah, not gonna fall for it a second time, did it? Okay, did it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you thought you had old Doug, didn't you? Yeah, you didn't. Come on. Uh-huh. How you like this? Huh? How you like that? Yeah. It just pronounced suck it. Suck it. Okay. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Okay, so now we're gonna color your hair. Yeah, isn't it just perfect that second would-be Trump assassin dyed half his hair blue, and he's pushing 60. Yeah, you're 60 years old. Well, almost. Doesn't matter. That's part of the problem right there, you know? Some people, they cannot leave their adolescence. Oh, why should I? Because, I mean, you're going to leave it physically. Might as well leave it emotionally, too. Because if you don't, you become this ridiculous clown of a, well, I can't even say man or human anymore, can I? Not really. It's not a good way to go. But increasingly, more do. Yeah. That's another one of those. You're a victim of your own success. You know, you're a huge pampered populace. And without any real challenges or anything, or any appreciation for anything, uh, you go insane. Yeah, that's basically what happens. Case in point, little Colin Griffith here. Yeah. It was self-defense. Yeah. Oh, was it? Okay. You killed her. I didn't know the knife would kill her. Well, all right then. Yeah. You guys will believe anything. Uh, but I don't know. He'll probably write his memoirs or something and end up getting elected to high office. High journey. I'm not sure how he can do the. If you can come up with a good victim narrative, this is what white supremacy did to me, and then he could probably, yeah, he can commit all kind of violent crimes and end up on the city council, and from there, man, sky's the limit. Provided there's still an America left for you to swindle, that's the tough part, Whoopsie. Not everything lasts forever, does it? Oh, geez, gotta be difficult about it. All right. There, we add flesh down to the line of the ear. That's great. There we go. Well, we're all quick to judge, but we just don't know. There may be mitigating circumstances here. Like, why was his mental health in such deteriorated state? You know? It's like law enforcement and jails are just not the answer. We need people who are experienced in social behaviors to address these instances. Well, can't really make that case here because they did do that. Mommy's like, my son's crazy. All right, we'll put him in the psych ward. And he told him what he was gonna do. Well, if he had done the initial part, but he didn't. So they let him out anyway. So well, the important thing is they tried. They did try. Hmm. Well, I don't think they really did. A little too late. Oh yeah. Let's make those lips pop. Doo 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 doo. Out there, of course, if there's any justice, he goes to prison. Well, look at them lips on you, boy. That kind of thing. Maybe. I don't know. Of course, the bad news would be finally. So anyway, there you go. There's Colin. Now for Mr. Sit. Yeah, you're gonna sit there and wait, Mr. Sit. I don't know. This isn't gonna work at all because it's a really bad shot of the guy. Let's see the demon. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good enough. Oh, geez, well, it really deteriorated. But hey, that's part of the fun. You just never know what's gonna happen. Yay! Uh, here we go. We're all in our prison uniforms. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. All right. Wow. See, sometimes I impress myself. Yeah, I'm lying. I never impress myself. There we go. Do 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 do. It's been a long time in coming, but now it's here to stay. Ooh, ooh. It's been a long time in coming, but now it's here to stay. Ooh, ooh. And I don't ever get away. Maybe there. Oh, there's a spot. Alright, screw this. There you go. Rest of it. It all goes to black. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Again, the sound effects are absolutely necessary. There you go. Yeah. Well, that one went a lot quicker, huh? Maybe I should do more all crappy shots and won't be as bad. There. Really brought out the lips of the disgusting child predator, Mr. Sit. Yeah. Well, he had a lot of pent up rage over constantly being told to sit. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, give me rash. There. Yeah. I guess that's good enough for Mr. Sit. I suppose I could do. I gotta do some definition. There. Oh shit. Probably should have done that first. Wasn't thinking. You're not thinking. There we go. See, the janitor, he should have beat the living crap out of Mr. Sit. And then, like, all the female school teachers would be like, it was really violent, but considering what he had done and all, gotta admit, janitor really turned me on. There you go. He's like, holy fuck. I never knew cleaning a toilet would lead to me becoming a super stud hero. Super stud hero. Oh. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Broke my nose. Yeah, well, you deserve far worse than that, Mr. Sit. Screw it. That's enough on that asshole. So there you go, Mr. Sit. The murderer, Colin, and Chelsea. Chelsea just wanted a dildo of her own. Yeah. And well, what you need to do, Chelsea? Good Lord, I really screwed her up. What the hell? Man. And she's the least of these. Jeez. But anyway, what you do, Chelsea, is get yourself a GoFundMe. And maybe people can buy you your own dildo. Wouldn't that be nice? And I mean, look, Christmas is on the way. It sure is. Sure is. Does that work there? Jeez. Yeah. So there we go. Chelsea drawing. Colin. And yeah, the other idiot. Mr. Shit. Seekong Shit. Yeah, that's his name. God. The damn parent killer turned out to be the best one of the batch. Just in quality of line and whatnot, Whatever. There we go. So now I got to tape my Mr. Nelson's Wednesday comics show, so I'll do that. But first, I'll visit with the chat. Let's see. What did I live off of? Leave off of. Okay, Susan and Nodak were talking about Lazy Susan. A. Thompson. Okay, Doug, you are the best. How much does Doug make from his OnlyFans account? Oh, well, it's pretty good, A. Thompson, speaking of sexy teachers, my kid's school is still looking for an art teacher. Well, that's a thought. A. Thompson, I had exactly 0 hot teachers in school. Well, I had a couple. I did. There was one teacher, not hot in the sense of like some of these teachers today look like Playboy models and stuff, you know. But there was a cuteness to her. My God, yeah. I don't know whatever became of her, you know. Anyway, Nodak, same A Thompson. Well, that's too bad for you guys. Nodak, a lollipop? Whoops, another typo. A lollipop. Yeah, he stuck a lollipop in his ass trying to seduce his dog. Uh, I guess it worked. I don't know. Susan says, Hail A. Thompson. A. Thompson, wow, no more picnic tables for me. A. Thompson begs the question, what's in Doug's butt? Jeez, what the hell? My God. Now you got to go to the OnlyFans and pay for the subscription to find out. A. Thompson, how do you get your pants off with shoes on? Um, that's a good question. Is that a riddle? I don't know. Pat Dixon, I'm done. I'm dead. You know the cops were laughing. I mean, I just did it to blow off steam. Yeah, well. No, Dak, I'm sure companies love all the details in some of these stories. He had a North Face backpack. Oh, okay. Yes. Plus that he was, I guess, essentially molesting a John Deere tractor. No, Dak, did you accidentally sit on Sid's picture? LOL. Jeez, good God. Well, I'm going to throw that one away. I'm not keeping Mr. Sid. Pat Dixon, dildo or not, a man's stuff is a man's stuff. It's the officers had to go through with the arrest. Look, it doesn't matter. Like she also stole my panties. Oh yeah. LOL, is that Felicia? Well, I don't think so. Nodak, the movie, is it tarot? Do you mean tarot? Tells you not to play with tarot cards. God, that movie stunk. Oh, well, I would still take their advice though. A. Thompson, we really need someone like Doug digging through these Netflix movies to let us know what's worth watching. What's the last one I did watch though? I did watch that Fall of House of Usher series. It's all right. Wasn't as good as The Haunting of Hill House, but and it's really perverted. So there's that. Pat Dixon, hit the like button, you glass dildos. That's right. If you don't, you're a glass dildo. And well, you know where that thing's going. No, Dak, I go through quite a few of them. Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise was actually pretty good. Oh yeah. Well, there's one I should check out. Yeah. Hey Thompson, Edge of Tomorrow is pretty good. Hey Thompson, I liked the Star Wars stuff I saw on Disney. I didn't. I didn't notice the woke stuff. I didn't check out most of the animes. Well, it's not just the woke stuff. It's that it's really bad. Now the Andor show was good. That's a good one. The Mandalorian was entertaining until it went to crap. But I mean, come on. They're pretty awful. A. Thompson, DP was a promotion from my SIM card free for 1 year. Then it expired. Well, there you go. A. Thompson, I found Space Jam on Netflix last night. I miss movies like that. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was a great movie. Well, I never bothered with Space Jam. I thought it looked ridiculous, but I don't think Roger Rabbit. I mean, yes, it's actual people interacting with cartoons, but I would go with Roger Rabbit being the best. Wasn't Roger Rabbit based on a script that was supposed to be a sequel to Chinatown? Something like that. Anyway, Nodak, Amityville Horror was one of those horror movies. Had tons of sequels. Yeah, I think they're still making them. So worked out for somebody, you know. And then like the the Warrens from The Conjuring, they went to anyway. A. Thompson, the newest Exorcist movie with the two girls is okay. It's going to have to be better than okay. In fact, I think they said they're going to try again because that one it didn't do very well, at least box office wise. Anyway, A. Thompson, check out the Thai movie The Medium. So, in other words, if you're a medium, don't be a medium because that's how the devil gets you. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Space Jam is garbage, but I was the perfect age when it came out, so I love it. Well, there is that thing. They always try to get the kids, and they do. Nodak, Who Framed Robert Rabbit? Roger Robert Rabbit. Roger Rabbit is awesome too. Well, I would argue it's awesome. I don't. And again, I didn't bother with Space Jam, so what do I know? A. Thompson, it's tough to find good content to watch with my kids. Oh, yeah. That's just the thing. Oh, they want you to watch them. No, Dak. Very true, A. Thompson. Mine's at the age where now he's too old for the little kid stuff and wants to watch stuff for older kids. He's pretty mature for his age. He had us read the Jurassic Park book. I suppose he could see Jurassic Park. Nodak and the Lost World Jurassic Park book to him before bed when he was 7. Oh. Nodak123 says, hit the like button. That's right. And as Pat said, if you don't, you turn into a glass dildo. Sean Connor, hey, Susan Dolan. Sean Connor, evening chat. Evening, Mr. Carter. And Sean Connor, and hello, Mr. Douglas. Well, again, hello, Mr. Sean Carter. Pat Dixon, everything Disney puts out is suspect. Certainly now. Oh, yes. They have an agenda. Well, that worked out, didn't it? Normally, I would say good luck with that, but in their case, no. Burn. Burn. Oh, jeez. Now look what I did. Upset the injury again. Ugh. Don't worry, I'll get over it. Anyway, jeez, who wants to look at that asshole? Oh no, Mr. Sit. Oh, jeez. There. A sheet of wood. Isn't that nice? It is. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll do another one tomorrow night and all that good stuff. Check out the NelsonRatings.locals.com. Check out IndiePlanet.com for your Nelson. Your Nelson comics, but your night comics and all that good stuff. Don't know what the Nelson show will be. Time permitting, maybe I'll get Pat to help me with that and tape one of those. That'd be fun. Similar to what we did tonight with these lovely inspirations. I just wanted video games. And yeah, ting like that, Y'all come back now. You hear? Oh, a few more chats. Where does Pat comment show up? But he's on Rumble, so I'm seeing all the YouTube ones and the Rumble ones. So that's how that works. I don't see them on YouTube or Rumble. That's weird. It should be on the Rumble one. I don't know. Thanks for the show, Doug. Much appreciated. Well, I appreciate that too, no Dak. Pat says, I'm in. All right, there we go. I will do a Nelson show with Pat. I guess at somewhere in the neck of the woods when we do crime report stuff. So there you go. I do plan to be on Doomcock's show tomorrow. Well, later on today, I guess. We're going to review Total Recall at the end of that after we crap on Disney and stuff like that. And provided I'm not so messed up. It could happen, but I just need to get plenty of sleep. And today I slept a long ass time. I didn't wake up till after 11 o'clock, and then saw that Pat was doing his show. I said, "Oh crap! I got to do the Pat show." Yeah, such is my life. So anyway, Nodak, LOL. He has 2 Rumble pages up. Nodak123. I just got into this. Well, I have channels connected to the main Rumble one. and that's how that works. But on the main, my main Rumble channel page, it should have it up there. Let me look. Yep, there it is. So, I don't know. But anyway, um, if you're just looking at it on YouTube, that's fine. All right. Now I really mean it. I'm checking out. But first, let me play my big band, another big band version of This Is the End. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, yeah.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my friend. It hurts to set you free, but you'll never follow me because this is the end. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my friend. It hurts to set you free, but you'll never follow me because this is the This is the end, beautiful friend.